All right, good morning. Hello, it's Glen. Happy New Year. Bonne année. Bienvenue. Welcome to a new year. It's been a few weeks since I've given an update, so thanks for tuning in this morning for back to my regular Saturday morning updates. I've got lots today. I've got some local information. I've got some citywide information, so I'll jump right in. First of all, we've had some really extreme weather over the past few weeks. Remember that big snowstorm just before Christmas, and then last week with the ice storm. Want to remind people to sign up for winter parking ban alerts. You can go to ottawa.ca/winter and you can sign up to get a text message anytime that an alert is called, or I think you can get those by email as well. That information is also shared through the city's social media sites. I often share it through my own social media and email newsletter, and of course local media as well. And thank you for your cooperation in moving vehicles off the road. It really helps with snow clearing activities and to keep the roads clear, but also to help our snow crews to move as quickly as possible through the streets. So thank you for your cooperation on that. We also obviously with the ice storm, I'm sure you've heard some issues with the LRT. So as of this morning, repairs are still underway. There's still two stations closed, Lees and Herdman, due to issues related to the ice storm, it looks like. We're still we're still waiting for OC Transpo and RTG to do an analysis on what the root cause is. The focus right now is just on getting ice cleared off of the wires in one small section of track so that the trains can run end to end again. There is service between Tunney's Pasture and U of Ottawa, and there is service in the east end from Blair to Tremblay. And there's replacement buses to cover the gap in the middle. If you're heading out by transit today, check octranspo.com and check the travel planner just so you're aware of any delays. And you will probably, if you're heading through that central part of the LRT, you will probably experience some delays just because of the replacement bus service. So be aware of that, and hopefully they get some good progress done and that reopens as soon as possible. One other thing, we are actually, I should say where I am. I am at Village Square Park, and I came here today because I was thinking it's a colder day, and I'm sure people who really appreciate the cold weather are the rink operators. And as you can see, they are all set to start flooding the rink and get the rink at Village Square Park set up. It's a really nice place to come for a skate, so hopefully this colder weather will continue for a bit and we can get all of the rinks established across the community. Now, I'm also along the TransCanada Trail, of course, and I wanted to remind folks, over the past year, let's say, I've had a couple people reach out to me and ask about getting the TransCanada Trail groomed for cross-country skiing. I think that's a great idea. I do a lot of cross-country skiing myself. Now, and there's a number of spots in the city where trails are groomed. Those are all organized and run by volunteers. There's some grants available through the city. But if there's anyone watching today or listening today on our podcast who would like to get organized with some other neighbors and look at putting a group of volunteers together to help manage that trail grooming, please reach out to me. I'd love to connect some people and see if we can explore that for this year or for a future year. Ottawa Public Health, they've issued some updates over the past few days. You can check out my website, glengower.ca. We are seeing a rise in respiratory viruses, including COVID, in our community. Probably anecdotally, you've heard of someone in your family or friends or at your workplace who might have COVID right now. So please remember, if you are feeling sick, to stay home, wear a mask in indoor spaces or crowded outdoor public spaces. And if you're visiting even with a family member or individual who might be at higher risk, that's a very good reason to wear a mask as well. And make sure your vaccination's up to date. Vaccines are available at most pharmacies. You can also go to ottawapublichealth.ca to book a vaccine at one of the local clinics. But there's still, remember a year ago we were very focused on getting that vaccine uptake percentage very high. Over the, as we've gone to a third booster or fourth booster, some of that's fallen away. So if you aren't totally up to date on all of your COVID boosters, this would be a great weekend to go out and do that. And your flu shot as well. Great way to protect yourself against falling ill, getting sick this winter. Vacant unit tax. So earlier this week, the form went up online where people can declare their unit as vacant or occupied. In the first 24 hours, about 44,000 households across the city did that, and that's great. So thank you to everyone who's already done it. There's going to be another mail out this week around January 9th. They're going to be sending another letter, another reminder with all of the tax roll information that you need. So watch for that in your mailbox in case you didn't see the one that was sent out earlier in the year. And you can log into My Service Ottawa on the ottawa.ca website to do that. Most people are saying it takes about a minute or two. It's if you're already registered on My Service Ottawa, it's just a matter of clicking a button. And if you want more information and you're not sure what this is all about, go to ottawa.ca/VUT, Vacant Unit Tax. We don't know how many homes and apartments are vacant in Ottawa, but demographically, just based on census data and experience in other cities, it's estimated to be about 2,500 homes, perhaps more. And the objective of this is to encourage owners of these vacant properties to put them back on the market so that they're inhabited, so that they're rented out or occupied in some way. And it's important because we are in a housing crisis here in our city. There are 11,000 people on a wait list for affordable housing. And so we need to take every method possible, every policy, every funding source possible to try to tackle this issue. This is one of them. Now, I know there's concerns about the process or the method. I understand that. We're going to be reviewing that later this year. But in terms of the goal, what we're trying to do, which is to get these units occupied, I do think it's a good goal and a worthwhile thing to pursue. In Vancouver, they have a similar program, and year over year, they return about 15% of units back into the market as occupied units. So over the course of a few years, if we can achieve a few hundred more units occupied, that does make a real meaningful dent on housing supply in the city. Okay, moving on, going locally here. January 16th, a heads up, we're going to host a public meeting for the Westwood Phase 4 plan of subdivision. Officially or technically, it's known as 1555 Shea Road and 5500 Abbott Street. I think the best way to describe it is it's kind of between the existing Westwood homes along Bobolink and Cope in that area. It's between there and Shea Road. So I guess kind of behind the Holy Spirit Parish Church building. Anyways, there's a public information meeting on Monday evening, January 16th. Now, interestingly, under the new Bill 23 from the province of Ontario, these meetings are not required. But the city staff, planning staff, and the developer have agreed to do this voluntarily. I'm hosting the meeting, so I hope if you have questions or would like more information that you can attend that. This is a subdivision, by the way, that will include the future protected Shea Woods dog park. So it is listed in the plan as a part of that subdivision. You can find more information, of course, on my website, glengower.ca, including where you can register to attend and participate in the Zoom meeting or send your questions in advance. All right, now looking ahead to this week, busy week ahead. It's back to school after the Christmas break for students. One notable school, Shingwàkons. This is the new Fernbank Public Elementary School on Cope Drive at Ramsey. They will be having their very first day at the new school on Tuesday. So congratulations to the teachers and students and all the staff there. There are about 63 staff working at the school, 578 students from kindergarten to grade 5. So pretty exciting day to be starting your school year in a brand new school. So wishing you all the best of luck. And a reminder, because we have school kids back, we've got school buses, we've got kids walking to school, please use caution, take care on the streets during those school pickup and drop-off hours. In fact, if you can, avoid driving near a school during those hours. I know it's not possible for everyone, but if you can shift the start of your commute a few minutes earlier or a few minutes later and stay away from those busy school zones during the school pickup and drop-off, it's a big help for safety. So please consider doing that. All right, that's it for me this morning. It's kind of a nice day, a little bit colder than normal. I'd like to see some more snow for cross-country skiing. I hope we get a little bit of cold so we can get these great community rinks started. And I hope you get a chance to go out and explore your community, support a local business, and have a great week. I'll talk to you next Saturday morning. Take care. Bye.